Welcome once again. You look rather cool.
Cold, freezing. Yeah.
Well, 2-0 against a Stourbridge side that we're going to face in the league in a few weeks' time at home, all being ready. You said to me a little while ago that the draw isn't one you particularly wanted because it gave them a look at us and a look at our facilities.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a spar. Detected a sense of relaxedness from both sides and both groups, to be fair. So it was it felt like a take it or leave it kind of scenario. I think that was for both. I think it'll be totally different. Couple of weeks' time, our place Tuesday night though. So yeah, it's we just got to look after ourselves. We've put out there. We've had a look at one or two things, and we're really solid. Yeah, they popped the ball around in a few times around the final third. Didn't really threaten as much as I thought they would, and when the opportunities presented, we took them. 4
changes you made from Aldershot, and all 4 actually did make an impact, didn't they?
Yeah, annoyingly, yeah. No, in all fact, that's what you want. You want a league-winning side. You want to do well in cups, and it's just it just puts pressure on the players who come in and make sure that they do their job and they do their bits. You know, you look at my bench today. You look at who weren't involved. I think quite comfortably we'd say they would all be starting. So the fact that the people who come in today and put in a massive, solid performance and wave their flag, makes training even more competitive.
Being involved in all these competitions, which we're still involved in, 2 cup competitions, just put a bit of a strain on the league. We lose the Colville Town fixture now at home for an FA trophy. We're away at Royston, who are going to be up there, and then maybe even the Russell Olympic game may be cancelled as well away. The league format, I was saying to Ben Tosden, how will that affect the players?
I don't think it overly affects the players because they just want to get through the week. They just want to get playing games. They wouldn't be thinking in terms of how the board and how the management will be thinking in terms of, okay, that's now a home game we've lost. If we're drawn away, that means costs come our way to go travel. Then that league game gets put into midweek. Would there be as many fans coming to a midweek game as a Saturday? Though, oddly enough, I found last year our midweek at home was strongly supported. So, but it's, when you're looking at the opposition in terms of their travelling fans, so it does have other effects. We're already 2 games behind the rest of the league.
Still top.
Yes, still top. So now we're 3 games. There's going to be probably half, if not more, we'll be playing on that Tuesday, and it then makes possibly the midweek games that we have more cup final kind of scenario, put a bit more pressure on the game. Admittedly, keep winning the games, the pressure would be eased, and you've got to win all them games to win any league. But you're just on about managing the side, getting your best team out at the right time, and do
you see any player movement then in or out to combat with the fixtures that we're having to play against?
Well, we've always been on the lookout to boost the squad, and like I mentioned, it's very, very difficult to add because of the quality we've got. It is a strain in terms of keeping all this quality together, but we're working extremely hard behind the scenes to make it happen. Obviously, winning a cup fixture like today certainly helps, and winning games obviously boosts confidence. It keeps everyone in good spirits, and the dressing rooms is very, very good at the moment. So again, that then puts you've got to bring the right person in at the right time in the right position and make sure that he adds to what we've already got. Yeah. So we're hopeful we may be doing that, but until that right time, that right person, then we'll stick with what we got. I felt Ben forward wise proved his worth again at a fantastic goal, reminiscent to the goal, the shot that he had against Nantwich. I felt Ed, quite a sort of uncomfortable kind of looking player. He puts his foot in. He's sort of there's an awkwardness about him, but he's physically strong, and he ruffled their feathers a fair bit. I think he was very close to the line, but certainly showed worth. And Luke, solid as you like at the back with Brett. And it gives you a lot of confidence. You can do that, but it's keeping them all happy and keeping it all, keeping the club happy in terms of accommodating all these players as well. So I suppose winning games keep people in the right mind. But yeah, it's a good place to be at the moment. Even like we're bouncing back from a loss last week, from a very, very professional performance, and I'm just glad that we came out with a very professional, concentrated performance. We look really solid at the back, and when Paul's brought into question, he's there. So we'll work hard again this week. We've got a big journey going to Needham Market.
Kings Lynn in the
Kings Lynn Cup, and we'll probably do very similar to today, and then obviously the trophy the following week. So
it's still cup football, isn't it?
It's
really?
Still well, we got to take it. We're not arrogant enough and where we pick and choose things, but it's just nice seeing Azza out there. Everyone could see a different dimension.
Adds to the game, doesn't it? It's a different sort of approach for you.
You look at like the subs that I made today. We're bringing on Michael Rickens, the captain, who then all of a sudden started winning everything aerially and enforcing the midfield. And last 20 minutes, Lyndon really like popping up the way he does. Aaron questioning centre halves all the time, that releases Reece a bit more. There's 3 fantastic subs. Ben Milnes, who's under a lot of competition. You look at Ben, Marcus, and Lyndon, all very similar in them kind of movements, and then you've got Azza and Reece and Andre fighting up top. So competition's there. Different kind of strengths other than the 3 midfielders I mentioned, and then you've got the experience of Brett and Luke coming in. So yeah, it's quite exciting.
We're going to need all those attributes coming into the next few games. We've got Kings Lynn, who've changed managers, of course. It'll be a different Kings Lynn side to the one that we faced beginning of the season. It's always a battle there, isn't it, as well? I know it's the League Cup, but obviously you'll try and devour them like we normally do.
I think the League Cup is the opportunity to keep players who are a little bit frustrated or need minutes to get them in. League Cup games can become very useful later on in the year when, shall we say, yellow cards and suspensions are kicking in. Because with that being a midweek game, if a player's got a 3-game ban, that's 1 week. If you've got no midweek games, that's 3 weeks. So, for instance, like Dion, we lost him for 3 weeks, where last season, at this time of the year, it would have been a week. So they're little things that probably only management and the board look at. So yeah, I think that's now Biggleswade, Colville, and Redditch are now 3 midweek games. Here, they're all here as well. Yeah. So again,
we're live as well.
We're losing home games on a Saturday. So yeah, hopefully the run and the performance will make sure everyone's turning up midweek for us.
Okay, Marcus, thank you very much. Best of luck this week at Needham. Let's get a nice draw on Monday.
Home. Let's have a home fixture.
Marcus wants a home fixture, as we all do. Marcus Law then victorious in the FA Trophy.